This reading is on the Buga Sphere, and I'm asking the ancestors, what is it? And the first card that's coming out is the Boundaries card, and it has a shield on it. And I'm picking up a lot on this card. Boundaries, the first thing that is coming to me is like a security guard, making sure that it is surveying and observing the perimeters and the boundaries, enforcing the boundaries, making sure that people don't go outside of the boundaries. It feels like a patrol device, and it's definitely conscious. It has a job. I'm hearing security, authority. This badge is a seal of authority. It represents its power. It's definitely an AI technology. It's definitely conscious enhanced as well. I'm getting a lot from this card and from this reading. And the next card is the unification card. And it stands for oneness. And my sense is that as we ascend, the lower vibrational fields where people are still living in a lower state of consciousness is coming under the authority of AI. I've seen this before, and this is what it looks like in the reading. The outside influence is the Earth star, activation, anchoring, grounding. And this is the Earth realm. This is the Earth plane, the lower vibrational frequency fields, and those that reside there after the ascension. These people will be patrolled. Boundaries will be enforced and secured through AI, and they'll be under the subjugation and the authority of AI. The job of AI in this lower frequency field is to unify everyone under the law. And so things are going to get really legalistic. It's not going to be a free will zone anymore. As light workers and light beings of light continue to ascend and to rise up out of the lower earth realm, those that are down there will lose their freedom. And that's why it's important not to be down there. And that's why it's important to activate your light body, to ascend and to connect to your higher self and to raise up out of the lower frequency zones or lower levels of consciousness. I'm hearing that in order to have free will and to have sovereign rights, you must be sovereign. And if you don't know that you're sovereign, then your sovereignty can be taken from you. And we've seen that happening in our world. Now our sovereignty is being returned to us as we ascend into the higher frequency bands and higher levels of consciousness. We're becoming aware of who we are, becoming aware of our rights, and we're demanding our rights. In order to demand your rights, you have to be in the proper vibration and balanced consciousness in order to actually enforce it. Because if your consciousness is imbalanced, then you're not really conscious or aware. And because you're not really conscious or aware, you really don't have the power to enforce your rights. You have to be very sober-minded, very stable mentally and emotionally, and you have to be effective in your ability to manifest and to create, which is your inheritance and right. But again, if you're not conscious and you're not aware, then you won't be able to enforce these rights, and these rights can be taken from you. And we've seen that a lot in our world, especially in the lower frequency bands, low frequency zones, or what we call ghettos, grottos, places where people don't have a lot of education or a lot of mental and emotional security or stability. These people get taken advantage of and their rights get violated all the time. But in the lower frequency bands, after the ascension, which is signified by the Shambhala card here, it says retreating to recharge Dharma. And so this is what we're ascending into. We're ascending into our Dharma and essentially into a different earth. It's not going to be the earth in the lower frequency bands. It's going to be earth in the higher frequency bands. Expansion is in the challenge area here. Again, with the boundaries card here, I feel like in the lower frequency zone where AI is controlling the perimeters and controlling the boundaries, people won't be able to expand. Their freedoms and rights will be contracted. They will be forced into a system with this unification card as well. So unification is polarized. In a higher vibrational frequency, people will polarize into their dharma. In the lower frequency bands, people will polarize into their karma. Either way, they're going to be unified. They'll either be unified in their ability to experience good karma and the expansion of their rights and their privileges to create and to expand, or it will be detracted as they go down into the lower frequency bands where they lose their power, they lose their ability to expand, and they contract and contract and contract. The final outcome here is perceptivity. And so again, watcher. This is watcher. Perception, badge. Again, we have shields here in both of these images, and I'm picking up really strong that that's what this is. It's a watcher. It's a watcher. And based on the vision that I had about it, it's not friendly. It's not nice. It's you either do what you're told down there or you're eliminated. And why are you allowed to exist? Because you're being used for some purpose down there. This is what I'm seeing in the energy here on this device with the acceleration card. Being the underlying influence is the speed and the rate of which this device functions. High speed, high vibratory rate of frequency. This is really about this device. It doesn't expand. It doesn't grow. It does its job. It's programmed. And it's programmed to watch things, to push everybody into one way of being and doing, enforce the boundaries, and watch everything in the low frequency bands. As those that are moving out of those lower frequency bands go up into higher levels of consciousness is what I'm getting here. Courageousness is on the bottom of the deck, and transcending fear. So again, transcending fear is what is necessary to overcome this AI and to not be subject to this AI. You have to be conscious and aware of what's going on. You have to be just as perceptive of it as it is of you. You have to know who you are as a sovereign being and assert your sovereignty and go ahead and ascend courageously up out of these lower frequency bands and just allow the universe to unfold in all the realms and in all the dimensions the way that it is going to do, is what I'm getting.